Welcome back to my YouTube channel Medicos version. Today's topic is muscles of upper limb. Pectoralis major. It is the largest muscle of pectoral region. Origin arises by two heads, small clavicular head and large sternocostal head. Clavicular head arises from anterior surface of the medial half of clavicle. Sternocostal head arises from anterior surface of the sternum. Medial parts of second to sixth costal cartilages. Aponeurosis of external oblique. Insertion lateral lip of intertubercular sulcus. Mnemonic to remember origin. Computer science comes under engineering. Clavicle. Sternum. Costal cartilages. External oblique aponeurosis. Structures under cover of pectoralis major. Bones and cartilages sternum, costal cartilages and ribs. Fascia clavipectoral. Muscles pectoralis minor, subclavius, serratus anterior and upper parts of biceps brachii and coracobrachialis. Vessels axillary. Nerve supply. Medial, C8 and T1, and lateral, C5 to C7, pectoral nerves. Actions. Clavicular head flexes the arm. Sternocostal head adducts and medially rotates the arm. Pectoralis minor. It is a small triangular muscle that lies deep to the pectoralis major muscle. Origin it arises from third, fourth and fifth ribs near their costal cartilages. Insertion medial border and upper surface of the coracoid process. Nerve supply medial, C8 and T1, and lateral, C5 to C7, pectoral nerves. Actions. Assists the serratus anterior in drawing the scapula forward for punching action. Depresses the point of shoulder. Acts as an accessory muscle of respiration. Deltoid is a 3-in-1 muscle. It is thick, powerful, and curved triangular muscle. Origin. Lateral 1/3 of clavicle. Lateral margin of acromion. Crest of spine of scapula. Mnemonic for origin. Case. Clavicle. Acromion. Spine of scapula. Deltoid has three parts. Clavicular part unipinnate. Acromial part multipinnate. Spinous part unipinnate. Structures under cover of deltoid. Bones. Joints and ligaments. Bursa around the shoulder joint. Muscles. Vessels. Axillary nerve. Spaces. Nerve supply. Axillary nerve, C5 and C6. Actions. Flexion and medial rotation by the anterior fibers. Abduction, 15 degrees to 90 degrees, of the arm by middle fibers. Extension and medial rotation of the arm by posterior fibers. Clinical correlation. Site of intramuscular injection in deltoid, given in the lower half of the deltoid to avoid injury to the axillary nerve, which winds around the surgical neck of the humerus. Example COVID-19 vaccine given in muscle. Biceps brachii. Origin. Short head from tip of coracoid process. Long head from supraglenoid tubercle of scapula. Insertion posterior rough part of the radial tuberosity. Nerve supply. Musculocutaneous nerve, C5, C6 and C7. Actions. Supination of the forearm when elbow is flexed. Flexion of the forearm when elbow is extended. Triceps brachii. Origin. Lateral head from oblique ridge on the posterior aspect of humerus. Long head from infraglenoid tubercle of scapula. Medial head from posterior surface of humerus below the radial groove. Insertion. Olecranon process. Nerve supply radial nerve C7, C8. Long head arises from the radial nerve in axilla. Lateral head arises from the radial nerve in the radial groove. Medial head arises from the radial nerve in the radial groove. Actions powerful extensor of elbow joint. Trapezius. Origin. Medial 1/3 of superior nuchal line. Ligamentum nuchae. External occipital protuberance. Spines of C7 T12 vertebrae. Insertion. Lateral 1/3 of clavicle. Medial margin of acromion. Superior margin of spine of scapula. Nerve supply. Spinal accessory. C3, C4 spinal nerves. Actions. Upper fibers elevates the scapula. Middle fibers retract the scapula. Lower fibers depress the scapula. Latissimus dorsi. Origin. Spines of T7, T12 vertebrae. Thoracolumbar fascia. Iliac crest. Lower 3 or 4 ribs. Inferior angle of the scapula. Insertion. Floor of intertubercular sulcus of the humerus. Nerve supply. Thoracodorsal nerve, C6, C7, C8. Actions. Adduction. Extension and medial rotation of the arm. Raises body towards arm as in climbing. I hope this video was helpful. Please do like, share and comment. Also subscribe to my channel. We'll soon be back with another video.